Okay, so a lot of people been talking about divorce and remarriage. A lot of people been talking about divorce and remarriage. Okay, so let's talk about divorce and remarriage. Uh, that scripture about divorce and remarriage, it's for the God ordained couple. That's the standard for the God ordained couple. God set those standards for God ordained couple that, you know, once you get married, you can't get a divorce. You, and if you choose to get a divorce, you have to remain unmarried. You have to remain unmarried, and you can't fornicate and you can't sleep with nobody if you choose to remain single. So if God has called you to a marriage and you choose to remain single, you can't marry nobody else, and you can't sleep with nobody else, and you can't fornicate with nobody. So if you're a person that knows that you can't contain, God says it's better to marry than to burn with passion or lust, and you know you're somebody who can't contain, then you are not somebody who should be single. You're somebody that should be married, but you have to stay within the God ordained marriage. So if you don't marry the person that God has called you to marry, then you can't get married, is what he's saying. You have to remain unmarried. That is what he's saying. But this is for the God ordained couple. So it's whoever God ordained. If God, the first people that God ordained are soulmates. God ordained the soulmates that God created to be together. Those are the first people in there. You don't have to be the soulmate, but it has to be God ordained. God has to put you together. It has to be a God ordained relationship. The remarriage and divorce goes for the God ordained relationship. It doesn't have to be your soulmate, but it has to be God ordained. God has to say, these are the people I'm putting together. And soulmates is the one that God wants you to be together. Like if you found your soulmate, God wants you to be together. That's the person that he wants you to be together. If not, he wants you to remain unmarried. But if you haven't found your soulmate and it's just a compatible match, it still needs to be a compatible match. And God is giving you the okay. God has to give you the okay. It should be your soulmate. But for the people who have found their soulmate and know they found their soulmate, you have to marry your soulmate or remain unmarried. That's what that scripture and verse is about. But for the people who have not found their soulmate and have found a compatible match, and it should be a compatible match, when God gives you the okay, then you marry them, and that same applies to God ordained marriages. But the remarriage and marriage applies to, and divorce and all that stuff you've been talking about, that applies to the God ordained marriage. Either way, it has to be God ordained. It has to be from God and God ordained for all that to apply. That's who it applies to. And I'm not saying you should just go get remarried and keep getting divorced and getting remarried. No, it strictly applies to those who God put together, those that God joined together. That's what it's applying to. And that doesn't mean if you're married that you should leave your spouse. You should pray about it. Is this the marriage you want to be in? People wonder why God is so strict. He's strict because it's a God ordained marriage that he's strict about. See what I'm saying? When it's a God ordained marriage, that is why he's strict about it. So let's say you find your soulmate. If you don't want to marry your soulmate, then you have to remain unmarried and you can't fornicate. That's the only way out. Death is the only way out. If your spouse dies, then you can remarry. And also, you have to remain single if you don't want to marry the one that God created you for. That's how serious. And if you don't, if you marry somebody else, you commit adultery. If you don't marry the one God created you for, or you don't marry the one God wants you to be with, and you marry, and God has put you there, and you try to lose yourself from them, then you can go to hell for that. That's if you know who the person is. Some people don't know who the person is, but if you know who the person is, and God is revealing to you through dreams, visions, as he speaks to us through dreams and visions and stuff like that, and he's constantly trying to get your attention, revealing stuff to you, and you're acting like you don't understand, but that's God revealing something to you. He's telling you who to marry in these dreams and visions. He's telling you who to marry. He's leading you to that person. So once God hooked y'all up, when you get divorced, then it's adultery. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not because it's of God. When it's of God, you see what I'm saying? That's where all of that comes from, when it's of God.